advice for parents that want to encourage and support their children with their practice at home is to encourage them to perform their songs and their scales, their chords, and the different elements of their book. Get them to perform them to you, because what we want to do is we want to build confidence before we get to exams. So if the students get a chance to perform to someone other than their tutor, in this case, maybe just doing a little mini concert for their family, it gives them a chance to get some of that live performance experience, which will then hopefully make them more confident going into their exams and into any other live performances, for example if they took part in one of the music school shows. The ways that we use technology in my lessons, other than using the RSL platform like most tutors, I put a big emphasis on using a metronome in my teaching. And one of the reasons I do this is, of course, because timing is so crucial when we're playing songs, but also when we're learning scales and we're doing sight reading and ear training. Timing is also crucial. But the metronome is also a standard skill required by musicians, and if any of the students were to take their guitar playing further, for example session work, playing in bands, the expectation in a live setting or in a studio is that you'll be able to play along to a metronome. So we want to build those skills from an early stage in our practice, because if we can play comfortably to a metronome, it means that all the various elements of the book, from scales to chords and songs, we can work on the timing for all of them. So the metronome is one of the key bits of technology that we use. With my electric guitar and bass guitar students, we also spend a lot of time learning about amplifiers and how to adjust the tone on an amplifier. So using gain, volume and EQ to create a sound that's appropriate for the specific songs that we're learning. So if you study any of the electric instruments, you'll get to learn about how the amps work. And in addition to this, we also use backing tracks that we generate in our practice. We'll use scales from our book and we'll use chords from our books, and we'll make our own backing tracks. We'll just put the MIDI into Guitar Pro, and then we'll have a drum track and some chords in the background that we can play along to, and it gives us a chance to practice our improvising and our sight reading with more examples, because you get a few examples in each book, so we can use these new examples to give us a chance to practice some of the other scales and some of the other chords too. A success story that stands out to me about one of my students is when I had a student that when they started their lessons, they were very nervous about live performance and felt too shy to perform in front of an audience. So what we did was we spent quite a bit of time just working on our book and our lessons and building up our confidence. And then what happened is we decided to give one of the music school shows a chance. So the student decided to come along and perform a couple of their songs for the parents. And what happened was, after that show, there was a clear difference in confidence. The student came into their next lesson and said that they wanted to play at the future shows as well. And I thought that was a brilliant sign, because we went from not wanting to perform live at all to suddenly really enjoying getting to perform to an audience. So that's a standout success story for me. And the reason I became a tutor is I was actually a student at Bishopbriggs School of Music when I was younger. I did my grades all the way up to grade 8 on electric guitar. Then I went to university to do my music degree, and during sort of my last year of university I started teaching at the music school to give it a go and see what it was like to teach other people how to play guitar and bass. And I've now been here for 2.5 years, and I just find it really fun getting to teach different songs, different techniques. It's just a really rewarding experience.